Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gamers Vault, and I'm your host, James. Anyway, thank you guys for so much comments that I had on my game room tour. I'm so glad I was able to at least show you some of the games that I hold dear to myself. And a lot of you guys had great things to say, so I appreciate it. My game room continues to grow, like ridiculously. So I have to slow down with collecting. Not too much, but I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. So just to keep that in mind to you guys. While I do that, I can talk about gaming history, gaming books, all sorts of good stuff. So what am I going to tell you today? Today, we're going to talk about my PlayStation Classic. I have a couple of things that I modded on my Classic that I'm very interested in showing you guys and what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoy that. What is going to happen in the future is a couple of things. One is this room. So I'm going to move out the way for a second. It is a mess. We all know this. It's just been a giant mess. I'm going to clean it up this coming next couple of weeks. So, of course, these are going to have to stay there. Those are my bookshelves. They have to stay there. I use those a lot, so that's the reason why. And then, of course, my dog stuff, I got to straighten out a lot. So, yeah, I got a lot of things that need to be done. So, yeah, keep that in mind. What else? What else can I tell you? I'm going to be streaming soon. I know a lot of you guys have mentioned to me about streaming. So I could stream a lot more, and I will be doing that soon. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Now, future of videos. I've done this in the past, and I'll tell you guys again. I'm hoping to do a history video soon, but not yet. I have 2 mod videos that I'm working on right now that are in the can. One is with the Nintendo Switch. The other one is going to be with the original Xbox, and then I'm going to be doing repairs on the 360. Yes, Xbox 360. Those of you guys that have the Red Ring of Death or any other like that, hold on to your Xbox 360s. They're cheap. 1. 2 is GameStop still sells 360 games. Again, they are cheap. Pick them up. Get them now before they become expensive. Keep that in mind. And when I do stream, I'm going to be streaming either with my fiance or by myself. I do have a couple of consoles. Beside the Classic I will be streaming with, I have the NES Classic, the SNES Classic. You guys have seen those in my show. Also, I just finished hacking and repairing. Unfortunately, it wasn't big of a repair to put on the channel. It was a power supply failure, so I really didn't think that was more something you guys needed to see, but I did anyway. Last Christmas, or 2 Christmases ago, I picked up a PS4. And I modded it, so now it plays games, ? That's as far as I'm going to go with it, guys. I'm not going to go any further than telling you what it does. So, let me show you. This is my, PlayStation 4. I just put the decal on it. As you can see, it is fantastic the way it came out. The top half looks like that. And here's the back half of it. Oh, sorry. That's the back half of it. I may get a stand and just have it stand up so I can take advantage of the both. But even if it's laying down, it really looks really well. So it does have a CD drive and everything else. It's just modded. It's just modded. And I'm not going to get any further in the modding process, or at least telling you guys what is it modded with, because I don't want to get my channel in trouble, to be honest with you. But I want you to look out for that, because we are going to be streaming soon some PS4 games, and I'll be doing that with you guys soon. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I was told by a couple of my friends to start Patreon. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Patreon right now. My channel's still kind of young, and 2 is I want to come up with some great things to give to people. Patreon would help. I'm going to be honest with you. My channel, I want to do so much with it. Beside the mods, camera. I'm hoping to get a better camera so for you guys to see. I'm using a Logitech C920. And it's okay, but camera-wise, not so much. The only thing I did save money for is my, and I'll see if I can bring it to the camera right now. Here you go. Is my Yeti. As you can see, it really is really well for the sound quality, for that. But as far as camera quality goes, I'm hoping to get a camera. Bills are killing me, so that's the reason why I may start a Patreon and maybe a donations page. You guys let me know in the comment sections below what you think I should do. I'll give you guys an example. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and get started to the classic. A lot of people are using Auto Bleem. I'm not. I use Bleem Sync for a couple of reasons. I find it a little easier for the games I'm putting on here. So anyway, and you can still put RetroArch. I haven't set that up yet, so it's not there. Just for you guys to know, I'm using a Sandisk 64 gig USB stick. I'll put it in my comment section below of what I paid for. What Amazon sells it for. You guys check it out for yourself. So here we go. This came with the system, so we're going to keep going. Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. I have a video on this, a short video I did on it. It's an underrated game, at least in my professional opinion. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely recommend it. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Staple. Sony, you failed on putting it on a system, but don't worry, I got you. Clock Tower. Clock Tower is an interesting game. It is a horror game. They did have it for the SNES. Well, let me correct myself. They had it for the Super Famicom. It never got released in the States. You can get one translated and put on the on the SNES Classic or the SNES period. It is definitely an underrated game for the PlayStation, but not for the SNES. It really is kind of terrible. I'll put a picture or a video somewhere in my video down below here. You guys can check it out real quick. But yeah, let me give you a quick synopsis of it. You're a girl, and you're hiding from a legendary killer called the Scissor Man, and you need to hide and escape, and that's pretty much what you do. I mean, you could still stun him or whatever, stop him, but he doesn't die. That's the problem with Clock Tower. So this is Clock Tower 1, and of course, you had to get Clock Tower 2. This came with the system, as well as that. Dino Crisis. Why would you not put this on the system? So, it's on mine. I love Dino Crisis. It's made by Capcom, in case you haven't done. The same creators of Resident Evil made Dino Crisis. It's pretty much Resident Evil, but you fight dinosaurs instead of zombies. That's pretty much the way I can tell you. I'm sure a lot of you guys have played the game, but that's my synopsis on it. But you got to get part 2 as well. Discworld. Discworld is a Terry Pratchett book. Pretty much, it's about wizards and medieval stuff, and you're floating on top of a turtle in space. It's pretty interesting. The book, they turned it into a game, and if you haven't played it, play it. It's funny. It's a more of a point-and-click type of game. My brother's going to kill me, but I definitely want to recommend putting it to either one or... I think Pushing Up Roses, that's the channel, the YouTube channel that I watch. I'm going to put her down below here. She did a quick synopsis on it, and I want you guys to check it out. If you haven't played the game, definitely play it. It is fun, but hard. So I got Discworld 1 and 2. So just to keep it out there. Echo Knight. Echo Knight, it takes place on a ship. It's more of an adventure game, horror. If you haven't played it, definitely recommend it. So there's another one for you. Evil Dead, Hail to the King. Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell voice acting it and phenomenal gameplay. You guys will definitely like this game. Check it out. It's fun. Of course, I'm going to go through these really quickly because we all know it. It's Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy. I love those. Those are my 3 favorite Final Fantasy games. Had to throw them up there. Grand Theft Auto Part 1. Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash. These all came with the system, at least for now. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. This is where a lot of you guys and the millennials, I consider, know this game more. So, yeah, Eidos Interactive, not Crystal Dynamics, who made the Blood Omen series. Definitely puzzle solving. If you haven't played the game, highly recommended. And I helped you out, Sony. You should be paying me for this shit. Excuse my language, but you should be, because it should have been on the system when you released it. Lunar Civil Star Story Complete. More of a role-playing game, but nonetheless, it's here. As well as Part 2. Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes. I'm not much into fighting games, but I like this game. So, I put it on here. Metal Gear Solid came with the system. Also a really good game. Metal Slug. Had to have Metal Slug. Installed that bad boy in here too. Came with the system. And also came with the system. Parasite Eve 1. Yeah, I'm not going to introduce Parasite Eve. If you don't know what it is, then you shouldn't be playing games. Parasite Eve 2 as well. Now, the next game that I have on here was... let me just bring it up. It's Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. I got to get Innocent Sin. There's two parts to Persona 2. There's Eternal Punishment and Innocent Sin. They had Persona Revelations on here for some reason, and they didn't have that part 2, which is another weird type situation. But don't worry about it. Got it on there. Same RPG game. It's a little bit better than part 1. So if you haven't played it and you haven't put it on here as RPGs go, you might want to put it on here. Rejoice 4, part of the system, same as that one. Resident Evil 2, they just came out the remake. This is the original. Had to put it on here. Got you covered, Sony. Resident Evil Director's Cut. This is the one they put on here for us. So, thanks, Sony. The original Persona came on the system. Awesome. Thank you. Next. This one is on here for a future video. It stars Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, A Twitch in Time. I'm not going to get to why I have it on here because I want to talk about it in the video. But if you haven't know who Melissa Joan Hart is, on a retrospective, you like that, guys? She was an actress that played the Teenage Witch, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but also in our young youths in Nickelodeon, back in the Nickelodeon days, like Teen Nick, you would watch her as Clarissa Explains It All. She was also, I think she went into Goosebumps one episode or so. I think, don't kill me on that for certain, but I think she did. But Clarissa Explains It All was one of the ones that everyone knows. I'll put a picture or something down below, or a quick video synopsis you guys can check a look at. But yeah, I wanted to do something on her and her mother. So yeah, future videos. That's one of them. Saga Frontier, another RPG type style game. I played this game. I beat this game. It has different characters that you have to play their storyline. There's several one of them I like. Other ones were kind of boring. But the game was good. Overall gameplay is good. It's just really hard. Really, really hard. So, yeah, that's part 1 of that one. And Saga Frontier 2. And, of course, the final... Well, not really the final game, because I got 2 more to show you before I end this. Silent Hill. Staple. Pick it up. Not going to tell you any more than that. These came with the system. The last 3 games I have here... No, 2 games. Is Tomba. Tomba 2. I don't know why Twisted Metal is on here twice, but I'm going to have to do something about that. Twisted Metal 2. I love Twisted Metal, if you guys haven't figured it out. So, yeah, that is going to be my collection on this console. I hope you guys enjoyed my picks of my PlayStation Classic install games. I know I had one duplicated. There's a couple of other games I was thinking about putting on here, but it hasn't made my cut yet, my personal cut. I may have to put more in here. Here's what I want to tell you guys is, what did you put on your Classic? Do you have any games you want me to recommend for me to put on mine? Let me know. I have 64 gigs. I can put a lot of them on this Classic. I also have a lot in my library that I may have to go over. I wanted Warcraft for the console, but for some reason it didn't work. It wouldn't. I guess Auto Bleem didn't put it on, or Bleem Sync didn't put it on here. Excuse me. Bleem Sync didn't put it on here, so I couldn't get it to work. And Diablo. Diablo's another one I wanted to put on here. Both Blizzard games, both fantastic games I wanted to put on here, but couldn't. Maybe in the future video I'll put it on there. But what are the games that you think I should have? Put them down in the comments below. What do you guys think about me doing a Patreon? If you guys want to do that. What about streaming? Do you think I should continue with my prospects of streaming? Let me know. I'd like to know what's going on with you guys. Either way, thank you guys for taking your time out to watching the video today, and I will see you next time in the vault. Take care.
In the beginning, there was nothing.